Hello, Shaky here, and welcome back to Cubetory. We are going to work on music cubes today. The recipe for this is right here. It's a new shape that we have. We have a packager that takes 8 cubes and makes this shape. So that's going to be a whole bunch of blocks. And we can look at the upgrades menu real quick. We're trying to get through this row here. I don't know that we'll get to the 240 today, but it's quite a complicated shape, so let's just see how it goes. We are running out of blocks on the board, so we might have to start redoing the board, but I'm going to try to wait until we unlock some more stuff, just because it takes a while to clean up the board and redo. You know, we have some new recipes like efficient circuits, which is ridiculous. It's got 4 inputs, so that's going to be fun to figure out. But let's jump down into the music cubes. So the music cubes, we have this new mine down here we can use. It does half red, half yellow. I think we're going to just grab that and take a belt over here with it. We're going to just bring it down here and work with it down here. Okay, so we need to filter it off to separate them out because there's 2 different kinds of belts on this board here. So we'll say if it's yellow, we'll filter it down. Nice, so I'll just come down here. I guess we'll deal with that. And if that means if it's red, it'll come through here. So we need to put it into a packager. So the packager is right here. Let's put one there and one here. And so you can see it's going to basically fill it up with 8 cubes. So it's kind of a cube hog. And once it's done, we can click on it. So there we go, we have 8 cubes now. And you can have basically 4 different colors on each face. So right now we just need a whole color on each face. I think it's easier to assemble them. Like if you look at the recipe for the music cubes, you know, we need all these colors on here: red, yellow, and orange. So we're going to start with this one. I think we are going to try to use our new geyser over here that paints the bottom and the side closest to the geyser. So let's just bring this cube over here, I think. Alright, let's deal with the red cube first. If we look at the red cube, it is red on the ends here and red right here. So if we painted yellow down the middle, that would get us very close to what we need. So let's start with that and see how that looks. So we'll just send it over to the thing here and see how it looks. Alright, so that painted the end here and this side. So we need these 2 shapes here. Like, I don't want that to be painted red though. So we gotta turn it so that this shape doesn't get painted red. We want this shape to be painted red. So, okay, we got a whole bunch of nudgers in here. I'm sure we could clean it up, but we'll just get it working and then we'll make it look pretty. So this is gonna come here, it's gonna flip it around a couple times. And it's gonna come down here. Paint this side here. So now we have these 2 sides that need painted yet. So we're just going to flip it around so that it can make it to that side. So the blank side is on the bottom and on the front here. And now we can take a look at this piece here. And it's all painted basically what we want, except we want this piece to be orange. So that way it's alternating red, orange, and yellows on the end. I think that should be the piece we need. So we can just take this up to the red paint tray up here and just paint it red on one side, I think. So let's just take it up there and see. We're going to sneak through here for now. We'll jump over this. And just head up this way. Jump into here. And that should be the piece we need. So now I just got to see if that's the right piece, the right painted side here. Let that go, and we will just start another piece coming just in case it's not the right piece. We can get it lined up. So the first thing I tell you is, like, this needs to be, we need to make sure red is on the bottom because it's going to paint it red on the bottom and the top. So we need to make sure that one of these red pieces, or the orange piece would be fine too, because the orange already has red on it. So I think we might be good. Let's try it. So it's a perfect example. If that one got hit by red, or by red on the top there. So that's not what we want. Alright, so we want the orange face here. This one on the side here. This face right here, we want that to be on the top, so that way if a red blob randomly lands on it, it won't affect it, because it's already got red in it, because it's red and yellow make orange. So we're going to rotate that 3 times so that that is on the top. So I think that is 3 times. 1, 2, 3. See if that does it. Yes, that's orange on the top now. And we got to make sure that the yellows are on the sides. Yes, I think that's what we want. Let's try it. Here it comes now. And that is what we need. Red, yellow, and oranges on the sides. Perfect. So let's go ahead and send it in to the hub. Hop it over this belt here, I guess. We're just trying to get this going to see how it works. So that is one shape done. And what you can see here, I practiced with the packager. So we have all 4 belts being put into a packager. So now we have 240 per minute on one belt. And actually we could do it half a belt if we hop it all the way down. So that's pretty amazing. 240 on half a belt. All right, let's go deal with this yellow piece now. So the yellow piece, we're going to need to paint, I think, the whole thing yellow as well. And then we'll have to do some red paint on it. Like, actually what we should do is if we just make this piece yellow right here, and then we run a row of red paint down the center here, that would turn it into red, orange, red, orange. So we're going to make just sure that just this piece is painted yellow. So let's just bring it over there and see what the story is there. Okay, so we're going to have to rotate it. This piece did not get painted, this piece got painted here. So we definitely want this piece to be painted. And as we do this, these red ones will be delivered here. So I don't know how fast we're delivering those. We only need 10 per minute to get this unlocked. So we'll see how fast one belt processes. It's not going to be very fast because it takes 8 cubes to make one block. And we need to put it into a stamper actually. So this is wrong up here. We'll just let that go for now. So let's get this one figured out. Right, that seems to work. We have one flop here and one flop here. And that basically paints this cube. So that's every other. That's what we want. But now unfortunately we're going to have to go some crazy long way to get up to this red patch here because we don't have much room. So I think we're just going to bring it back here. This is just temporary until we get it. We'll do a bigger setup for this later once we get the 240 going. Come up here and we'll just leap over this. Leap over this. And leap over that. Next, come over here. Like this. And then we will come over to here and we'll see if we're lined up right. It's hard to tell. Let's just nudge it and see. Looks like it. That's the right piece. Nice. Alright, so now we need to put this into some stampers. Alright, just for testing purposes, I think what we'll do here is we will just bring this over to here, join these belts together, and then we can put some stampers in here. Something like this, I believe, with some input blocks. Loader here. And a belt out the back here. And we need to set these recipes. This will be the music cube. You can see it only takes 2 machines to make a full belt, and it only needs 1/8 of a belt of these to make a full one. So that's pretty nice. It does put out 8 blocks though, so you can see one of these blocks makes 8 of these. So let's see if that's enough. If not, we will double up the production here. Let's just watch this and see if it works. Looks like it is. That might be 10 per minute right there, I think. See what it registers as. Got an achievement for our first music cube. So it looks like it's 8 per minute. But it might take a minute to register. There's our 10 per minute. Nice. We can grab the upgrades. It looks like we're going to get... So that is the polarizer. The polarizer basically marks cubes so that guys just remove paint from them instead. So instead of painting them, they remove paint. It's interesting. Unlock that one. Next up is the corner guide. We got 30 per minute coming in already. Nice. 36 per minute, you can see right here. So that is the corner geyser. Paint the bottom and side closest to the geyser. A red one. Nice. And the next is the unpacker. That's going to be super useful. That means we can like transport them in bulk and unpack them somewhere. It looks like that one machine is going to put out 60. This is a full belt coming in. We got 60 per minute, nice. That is a full belt. Are we gonna need a second belt for this? Is this producing more than we can handle? I don't think so. Upgrades, that is the unpacker. That allows us to unpack packed cubes. Super nice, we'll see how that works. Alright, I think we might actually be able to hit the 240 here, only because once we pack them, we can put a whole bunch on the belt here and send them up to the paint thing and then separate them back out into the stampers. So let's try it real quick. It's not going to be the prettiest thing, but we can always clean it up later. And we will clean it up later, but let's grab the big miners here. And we'll just put 4 belts down. Nice, and then we'll move these down to here. And we'll start separating them out here, so we probably throw them into a packager right away. All right, let's move this down a little bit here. We can probably clean this up a little bit. Let's move it down a couple spaces. And we'll just cut this all out. Gives us the room to work. We will delete this one. Just remember, yellow cubes go down to the bottom here, and red cubes go up to the top here. Divide these out real quick. We'll do 1. I think we'll probably skip a space. Let's do a packager. As an unpacker, we want a packer. And we'll grab a filter. That looks good there. We'll send yellow off to the side here. And we'll just copy this down 4 times. And then we'll do this one down here, like that. And then we will put these are all filtered already, yes. Good, and then we can grab the jumpers here. That's not gonna work, we're gonna have to pack them first before we jump them. All right, so let's just do this. Copy this. I think we can just put the leapfrogs in here. Because these are all packed, it will fit all in one belt. Grab the red ones up to the top here. We're going to want to nudge them. So we want to nudge them once. Like this, that way we can get rid of this one. This is the red ones, which are coming out this side. So right here. And then these are the red ones, yes. So we need one more leapfrog. Because this one is going to come down to here. This is the yellow ones. And the yellow ones need to come to this line right here. And quite compact, I like it. And we just need to clean this up a little bit so we could probably, instead of hopping this around everywhere, for now let's come down here with it. And I think that should work. Watch it in action here. Yep, looks like it's working. Alright, and that'll do its thing. We got plenty of room on the belt, I think. And we'll come up here, and this is going to have to go into 4 sets of stampers because it's 4 belts, basically. Okay, I believe the packed cubes will all fit on one belt here, so we could probably just bring them up into here. And then we'll probably do something like this, where we just do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stampers. Grab the input blocks here. I don't know why you can't drag these. Like, I think you can drag these, right? No, can't drag those either. Every 2 of these will put out a full belt, so I think what we'll do is we'll do like a every other into a packager. And those should all fit on a belt together. And we can just bring it into the belt. Let's give that a try. Set these recipes. Copy and paste the recipes here. And we do have power right here, so his question is did I leave enough room for power? I don't think I did. Because I can't hit it from this direction, and I can't hit it from this direction. And not quite long enough. What we could do is just take this one out. Put that in there. Put that in there. Let's delete these. And copy these. Alright, that should work. Let it rip and see. Let's see if we can follow it a little bit. We got some cubes being down here. They're being packaged into red and yellow. Jumping down the line here, going into these painters, which are painting them every other basically, so that we get the music cubes. Yellow is coming down this way, getting hopped over the thing here, and into the paint patch. Red is coming up this way, just getting one cube painted here. Going up this way, and these are all going into the stampers, I should say. And they're being packaged as they come out. And we can fit 240 down half a belt here. So that should give us 240 once it runs for a while. Well, looks like we're going to hit 240 here pretty soon. We're at 233. Doing the hovering thing again, we'll see where it ends up. There we go, 240, we hit it. Hit 241 for a minute there. Let's check out the upgrades. That gives us the desert ore, which unlocks a new patch of desert ore that contains multiple different cubes. That's interesting. Check that out. And truck cubes. Unlocks the next tier of upgrades. Look at all these things that we got up here. Nice. What is this one? This one requires 240. Didn't we hit that? Oh, we don't have the green ones. Yeah, the green ones are still causing me problems. I'll have to look at those. So this green research bar here is a 223. It should be 240. But I think this 50-50 mine patch here isn't really 50-50. Like, I mean, you can tell like right here, the 3 yellow ones came out in a row. So that's definitely not 50-50. Like we can watch it and see like there's a red one came out here and a red one here. So it's not every other. It's definitely like a random 50-50 split maybe. So I don't know. Maybe what we'll do is we'll try to like give these things longer runways so that they can have longer time to build up maybe. So like this one's like, let's hit play real quick and just watch it. Like it looks like this is kind of backed up a little bit. It looks like it's coming out all the time. But see how there's 3 yellow that came out in a row there? So is there like 3 red? So there's 2 red, 2 yellow, 3 yellow, 3 red, 2 yellow. But do you see that pause there? So it looks like the belt is filling up now, but we're gonna just alter this a little bit and give it some more longer runways and see if that matters. So let's delete this here. This here, let's run this down to here. Look at this whole belt time to back up, I think. Maybe even out some of the irregularities. That's that one, and then this one over here is a little bit more difficult. So like we could get the yellow to come out here, I think, so let's do that. Let's hop the yellow over to here. Okay, that's more spaghetti than I typically like to have, but we're going to see if that helps at all. Hit play here. It's going to take a minute to catch back up because I deleted a whole bunch of cubes getting this ready. But everything has basically a longer way to stock up now. So if there is a gap, it has time to fill it and refill the belt without stopping the output here. We'll keep an eye on it. It looks like the belts are full now. Again, there's an orange one stuck through again. I don't know how these orange ones are getting through. Like, what is happening there? Like, how does it become orange? Oh, it's weird. It's gonna enter the system here and stop something up. Definitely a bug, I think. Keep it going. See if we get this 240 here. It looks like the yellow's nice and full now. But we're gonna have a big gap here, so we're gonna have to get through this. We are so close. 236 up here. 238, 239, 240. But no, the purple's not 240. So these things must not be 50-50. Yeah, we got it now. Why did it not unlock? Because now the nutrients aren't. What did I do to the nutrients? I must have deleted something. I deleted a mine somehow. Alright, so we got everything around 240 here. So let's grab our last upgrade here. The better fuel. More efficient fuel recipe. Nice. Let's see what that's all about. Check our recipes here. So we got stamped fuel, dense fuel. Verse 600 requires blank dense fuel. Where's that at? Dense fuel requires orange stamped fuel. So we gotta take stamped fuel and make it orange, which would be painting it red and yellow. Doesn't seem too hard to do.